In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a route that absolutely cooks off man coverage for a one-play score, and a route that also gets the same release animation regardless of ratings. In fact, you don't need any route running whatsoever for either of these tips. Now let's lock in. What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over some very easy man coverage beating routes that you should be targeting in whatever playbook you guys run. Now, for those of you that want to know what I am in the Vikings or the Rams playbook on offense. They're the exact same playbook. What's up, guys? Zan here. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you guys take a quick second, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. It helps push this video out in the algorithm and reach other Madden players just like you that are looking for help on Madden 23. Now back to the video. Let's start off first and foremost with something that is really good at beating cover zero. I know a lot of you guys out there do struggle with cover zero, and what we're going to be targeting is a route. And if we can zoom in real close on this, we're going to be looking at this play, switch X comeback, and it's this option route that is the yellow route in the left slot. Now, for this to work at its best, I actually think it's better with worse route running. And what I mean by that is we actually could put a player such as Justin Jefferson on the field, and you'll notice that the way that he runs the route, while it does get open, is actually less open than if you had lower route running. So we'll go ahead and kind of show you here how this looks. He's going to kind of fly right by this. You don't need a route running ability. This animation is pretty reliable. You know, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and take him right out of the game and have the same, if not better, success with a player that doesn't have a route running ability. Now, this is really nice because obviously we know that this is an aggressive catch meta game. And if you guys have reliable man coverage beating routes, while the ability to take your one-on-one shots down the sideline, it's going to tenderize the middle of the field a little bit for you. They're not going to be playing as much cover one and leaving the sidelines open. Not as much cover zero, that's for darn sure as well. If you guys are enjoying this strategy content, you guys want a little bit more, make sure you guys head over to gridirongameplans.gg. In our most recent vault update, we just showed you guys how to dominate the line of scrimmage on offense and defense without spending any AP. And if you guys are regs players, there's still some information in this, even though it's through a MUT lens, that can help you guys better understand what you should target when you're playing this game in CFM or in regs head-to-head. And that's just part of the website. You guys get everything. That's all the game plans, all the tips that I put out all year long, and Discord access with our lab sessions every Wednesday. Now back to the video. So let's kind of go ahead and show you guys how this works here. It's really one of those deals where the man coverage tends to over jump the route and kind of get flown right by. If your opponent does any shading at all, inside, outside, underneath, it's definitely going to get fried very easily. Right here, I'll show you an over the top shade. And you'll see that, again, you can kind of still get inside position on this. Even with a small receiver, it's an easy jetpack. Click on, get inside position, tap Y, really easy. This time I'll shade outside. I mean, you see visibly that they do shade outside. And again, that's going to kind of soften up that inside release on this route. If they do no shading at all, if you have a short end elite, if you have really any route ability at all on this, like we showed you earlier with Justin Jefferson, it will be a touchdown because it fires so consistently. So this is one of those routes that you should definitely add into your offense against off coverage or shaded man coverage, whether it be inside or outside. Now, against the press meta, this is where this gets really interesting because a lot of players do like to play, you know, cover zero press. And we're going to take you guys into the tight Y off, which is another formation that I do like to call. And we are going to be running a play known as the four verticals, and it's got a very similar option route. Now, it is a little bit different, but what's interesting about this route specifically is that it always gets a beat press animation. We'll start off here with Justin Jefferson, and you're going to see that it's really going to not be anything to beat the man-to-man coverage. For some reason, it's just the way that it's coded. Jefferson, you would say, oh, well, he's got a high release. Wouldn't he always beat that? Or isn't that a mismatch? Yeah, that's true, but I could go and put darn near anybody in on this route, and it's going to kind of get the same chip release. Here's Jalen Reagor, who doesn't have high release, high route running at all. Does have good speed, but again, in terms of the way that the release is given to the receiver, it's the same animation pretty much every single time. You see, it's kind of one of those chip deals. Now, if the guy does stick with it, you probably do want to freeform you know, this over the top of his head, maybe even highball it. But it is pretty much the same release. You see here how that will work, and you can throw that ball down the middle of the field. Anytime they get that release, you know, you're going to be up top. So, you know, in terms of cover zero press, this is going to be really, really difficult. Clearly, you guys can do, you know, a little bit better in terms of getting the better releases with the better items in MUT. But from a reg standpoint, I wanted to make sure that you guys saw that this does work with, you know, pretty much anybody. You see right here, here's Jalen Ramsey against Adam Thielen. And you're going to see basically how they get that same pop-off animation, and you can just highball behind. Obviously, in that situation, Jalen is a significantly better corner than what Thielen is a receiver in regs, but in MUT, you're never going to run into a mismatch that favors the DB that often. Really, you're going to put your best receiver on this route if you know you're getting a cover zero or you know, some sort of press animation where there might not be a deep zone over the top of this to help you guys out. So that is today's video, guys. I wanted to give you an off coverage, pretty easy one-play score against, you know, cover zero or, you know, cover one with some pass leading. Click on stick will help you out. And then if they go up and press you, we got something that's just a complete burner for a one-play score. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop that below. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.